Emmett, where are you?
I'm down at the expo. I snuck out early to avoid my pop. If he knew I was about to make a publicly scientific spectacle of myself, he'd hit the roof.
You know, you really should try to work things out with your dad. If you give him a chance, he might just surprise you.
I'll keep that under advisement. But first, I need you to perform an important mission. On the table next to my law books, there's a device plugged into the wall.
I think I see it.
It's fantastic. Glowing means my static accumulator is charged up and ready for action. Bring it down to the high school and we'll... Damn.
What?
It's Edna.
But... Okay, Emmett. One static accumulator coming up. Jeez, Doc. Watch out. You almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Where have you been all night?
I've been driving around, looking up old friends, thinking things over.
Okay.
So is that what I'm destined to build for the expo?
Yeah, it's a static accumulator. Emmett spent all night building it. Turned out he didn't really need to see Frankenstein after all. He just needed a little push. And some lightning.
Fascinating. I also had an epiphany last night.
Doc?
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable. Science.
You can't want Emmett back with Edna. She used you to turn Hill Valley into a police state.
She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. But if I don't become a scientist, she'll never get the chance to vent her crazier ambitions.
You can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Even if you screw up Emmett's chances at the expo, there's no way he'll give up science now. He's too committed.
You don't know me like I do. After he fails at the expo, he'll be in need of comfort. And Edna's already arranged a romantic little trip up to the lake.
Doc, I'm begging you. You haven't thought this through.
Haven't I? I guess we'll both find out. One thing's for sure. Emmett Brown's life will be a whole lot less complicated without a time machine in it.
No! What the hell? Where'd it go? Oh, come on. Here, little static thingy. can't reach it. I can't reach it. Gotcha!
The future is coming today. On the way, a day of wonderland. Just around the bend, my friend, you'll see a dream or two. If you care to dream and dare to dream, your dreams can all come true. There's a world of wondrous wonder on display. Because
Not bad, eh? Not bad at all, but I thought you fired her.
I found a loophole.
What kind of loophole?
Just a loophole. You're not the only one who's allowed to have secrets, you know.
All right.
Say, don't you have to get that whatchamacallit to Emmett Brown's booth?
there's a world of wondrous
Oh,
wonder on display.
yeah, right.
Because the future is coming. It's almost here now. The future is coming. It's getting clear now. The future is coming today.
Hey, Artie,
What do you think? Quite a setup, huh?
the expo? Sure, but I was wondering. You haven't seen Emmett Brown, have you?
Isn't he at his booth? It's the tall one over there.
Come on, you can tell me. How did you manage to get Trixie her job back? I thought her being Canadian was a deal breaker.
If something's really important to you, you find a way. You ought to know that.
See you around. How about an algae cake?
Sure thing, mister.
Wait a minute. You're the guy that makes the algae cakes? But I thought you couldn't stand them.
Hey! You're the guy that tried to pick up on my Eunice!
Oh, for the love of...
No algae cakes for you, Buster.
How about an algae cake?
One algae cake coming right ahead. Hey, wait a minute. It's you! Forget it, mister.
Enlightenment awaits.
Excuse me, Mr...
Duto, Jacques Duto, at your service.
Did I get a ride in that bathysphere?
Certainement, if you've got the ticket.
Jacques Duteau, famous diver. So you're some kind of celebrity?
I do not like to brag, but I have a small following, yes.
I guess people are always bugging you for autographs, huh? Asking you to tell them stories about your adventures and stuff?
It gets a bit old, but I can always retreat to the depths. The fish are much less, demanding.
See you around. Insert ticket to enter.
You are going to need a ticket.
Those look like the controls to raise and lower the whatchamacallit.
Enlightenment awaits you under the sea.
I think that's supposed to be a clock. Insert ticket to enter.
And here he comes, right on cue. No doubt he'll try to talk you out of it, Detective, but you mustn't let your resolution waver.
Hello, Callahan.
Where's Emmett?
Is he missing?
Don't you recognize a ploy when you see one? Now, do your duty.
Wait a minute, that's Emmett's levitator up there.
Oh, don't be so modest. I'd say you deserve at least half the credit. It was you who tricked poor Emmett into breaking up with me. It was you who manipulated him into dropping my project in favor of this clear hazard to public safety.
The electrokinetic levitator was Emmett's idea. I just helped. What's your point?
Oh, I think you know exactly what my point is. Emmett's invention isn't going to work, is it? At least not the way poor Emmett thinks it is.
How do you know this?
I had a very interesting chat with Carl Sagan last night. I found out who Harry Callahan really is, and where he comes from.
Is there something you want to tell me, Harry?
Why don't you call him by his real name? Yakov Smirnov.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
An anarchist! A foreign agitator bent on sowing chaos and destruction in the Hill Valley Expo!
Annie, you don't believe any of this bullshit, do you?
Sorry, Yakov, but I really don't have a choice.
Very good. And now, arrest this subversive.
Come here. Look, here's the thing. I happen to believe this dame's got a screw loose, but she's been getting some clout in town ever since that business with Kid Tannen.
But Emmett's gotta fly that electrokinetic levitator at this demo. His whole future depends on it.
And my future depends on making sure he doesn't. The chief reads her column religiously. Well, if I don't do what she says, she's gonna start a campaign to have certain tainted officers removed from the force.
Isn't there anything I can do?
Not unless you've got some dirt on Edna. Something that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. Well?
I'll dig something up.
You do that. In the meantime, you and young Mr. Brown better... where is he, anyway?
Wait, you haven't seen him?
Emmett? Has this foreign radical done something to my Emmett?
Maybe you should find him.
Oh! You're letting him go? This radical subversive? Just like that?
Okay, so I gotta find Emmett. And do something about Edna. Emmett's gonna fly his electrokinetic levitator, and he's gonna do it today. Come on, Emmett, where are you? Hi, Trixie.
That's Techni to you, kiddo.
Right. Congratulations on getting the old job back.
Thanks. Justice triumphs in the end, you know? Now what can I do you for?
Edna Strickland is trying to get Emmett's booth shut down.
That dame don't know how to mind her own business, does she?
Look, Emmett's demonstration has hit a snag or two. Can you delay his act for a while? Let someone else go before him?
Sorry, I don't set the roster, and they won't let me change it. I can drag my feet a little, but if your friend's not ready to go on pretty soon, we might have to skip his act. I mean, demonstration.
But you can't.
Hey, it's just a science demo. It ain't a matter of life and death.
Is there anything you can do to get Emmett's booth open again?
I wish there was, but I'm just a muse. All we can do is inspire people.
Okay, you're a muse. Can you inspire me an idea?
I'll try. Well?
Maybe it doesn't take effect right away. Thanks.
Happy to help.
Now, can you please leave me alone to do my job?
In a minute, I'm not quite through yet.
Emmett's static accumulator. I gotta get this to Emmett, but first, I gotta get Emmett. I'm only giving this to Emmett. Hey, Artie. Is there any way you can delay Emmett's demo? He ran into some last-minute turbulence.
Emmett's already pushed his luck by substituting this electrokinetic what's-this for the mental alignment meter he was supposed to be showing. I can't alter his place on the roster, too. The board would get the idea I was showing favoritism.
Edna Strickland got Officer Parker to close Emmett's booth down.
What? Why?
She claims his invention is dangerous.
Is it?
That's not the point. Is there anything you could do to get Emmett's booth reopened?
I am afraid not. This may be a wondrous land of tomorrow, but it's still within the jurisdiction of the Hill Valley Police Force. Maybe you should talk to Officer Parker.
He says there's nothing he can do as long as Edna's got clout in Hill Valley.
She does have that.
Have you seen Emmett? He isn't at his booth.
Odd. Well, he hasn't left the hall. I would have seen him. I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
See you around. How about an algae cake?
One algae cake coming right ahead. Wait a minute. It's you! Forget it, mister.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, Danny, could I have a word with you?
Comrade Smirnov, come to turn yourself in?
In private?
With pleasure.
You've got to let Emmett demonstrate his invention. His whole future depends on it.
Well, I'd love to, kid, but Miss Strickland thinks it's dangerous. Unless you've got something on her, her word is pretty much law.
Any idea where Emmett is?
Well, he was working over by his booth, but by the time Edna got done haranguing me, he was gone. I hope he comes back soon so we can get this mess cleared up.
You know how you said you'd defy Edna if I could dig up some dirt on her?
Yeah? You got some?
She sent this goon to beat up my dad and steal his videotape.
That's awful. What's a videotape?
Never mind. You know how you said you'd defy Edna if I could dig up some dirt on her?
Yeah? You got some?
She kidnapped a friend of mine and she tried to erase his brain.
That's terrible. But when did this happen?
In, the future.
Stick to the facts, kid. I have enough people come to me with cock and bull stories.
Since when does anyone in Hill Valley listen to what Edna has to say?
Ever since she helped take down Kid Tannen, she's had the mayor and the city council eating out of her hand. I'd be an idiot to ignore her, especially with my, alcohol-heavy background. Boy, I wish I could catch her jaywalking or something. I'd throw the book at her. But you never catch a dame like that breaking the law, darn it.
Thanks. I'll be back.
Oh, I hope so. You've got to get this albatross off my neck.
Well, did you put the screws to him? Did he confess? Oh, hello.
Danny, can I talk to Edna for a minute?
Be my guest. I'd like a couple minutes of quiet.
What's this about?
Why are you still involved in Emmett's life? I thought you broke up with him.
I did, but then your friend, Mr. Sagan, told me about your scheme to interfere with our romance. Not a very nice thing to do, Comrade Smirnov.
Did you see? Trixie Trotter got her old job back.
Oh, I know! I tried to have it out with Arthur McFly, but he refuses to explain himself. Apparently, he discovered some sort of loophole that allows that Canadian to retain her position. Well, the Ladies' Decency Society shall hear about this. Make no mistake.
Why'd you go and get Emmett's invention sealed up like that?
I had no choice. Once Mr. Sagan told me about your attempts to radicalize my poor Emmett, I knew I had to stop him from going through with your dangerous invention.
But it's his invention, and it's not dangerous. Okay, maybe it's a little dangerous, but only to him.
That's for the authorities to decide.
You don't really think Emmett's gonna want you back after you crushed his heart and tried to stop his demonstration at the expo, do you?
Not at first, no. But eventually he'll realize I've got his best interests at heart, and he'll come running back to me like one of those dogs he loves so much.
You hate dogs.
Yes, ironic, isn't it?
Have you seen Mr. Sagan around here anywhere?
No, and I wouldn't tell you if I had. He's more than a little scared of your anarchistic tendencies.
I know your deep, dark secret.
Secret? What secret?
You know, what you were whispering about with Carl Sagan yesterday.
You overheard?
Sure I did. And you did a really lousy job at, burying the body.
Oh, you didn't hear a thing. What I was talking about with Carl Sagan is between me and Carl Sagan.
I know your deep, dark secret. Pretend...
Oh, how preposterous.
What'd you do with Emmett, Edna?
What are you talking about? You're the one who's trying to ruin his life.
Believe it or not, I'm the one trying to save it.
From what?
From you, mostly. You really don't know where Emmett is?
I haven't the foggiest. If he's smart, he's run far away from whatever dangerous shenanigans you talked him into perpetrating today.
Shenanigans? Why is Parker so willing to do your bidding?
Well, the good detective knows that he owes his current rise through the ranks to my reporting on his behalf.
Oh.
He also knows that I could just as easily pen an exposé about his previous nights of drunken debauchery and evidence tampering.
You're blackmailing him?
Reporters don't blackmail, Mr. Smirnoff. We look out for the public interest.
Any chance you could talk Parker into letting Emmett go ahead with his demonstration?
None whatsoever. And as long as I'm here, that contraption of yours is grounded.
Okay, this is pointless. I've got to find Emmett.
Stay away from him, you anarchist hooligan.
Greetings, forward thinkers of Hill Valley.
Hi, Trixie.
Now, what can I do you for?
Artie told me how you managed to get your old job back.
He did? But it was supposed to be a secret.
There's no secrets between us. He couldn't resist telling such a good story.
Yeah?
Still, I'd like to hear it again, from your point of view.
He didn't tell you anything.
Come on, Trixie. I'm dying to know how you got the job back.
You won't hear it from me. I don't talk out of turn.
What time is Emmett supposed to go on?
Let's see. 8 kilobeats past 50. We're on metric time here at the Hill Valley Expo.
You seen Emmett around? I'm kind of worried that he's not at his booth.
Let me think. Yeah. He wandered down that way a little while ago. He was talking real intense with another guy.
Older guy? Looked a lot like Emmett in the face?
Yeah. Uncle or something?
Or something. Thanks. Mr. Duteau?
Oui?
I'm looking for a friend of mine, Emmett Brown. Tall young guy, reddish-brown hair.
A distracted look?
That's him. Any idea where he went?
He just passed by here with an older gentleman. I think they were headed into the House of Glass.
Great, thanks. Hey, Emmett, come out of there. Don't listen to him. Perfect. Insert ticket to enter.
Welcome to the phone booth of the future, made with Atlas glass. Atlas, unbreakable and soundproof. Our phone is hands-free, so you can enjoy a sandwich or a cigarette while chatting with friends in perfect privacy. Would you like to place a call?
Yes, I'd like to talk to...
Unfortunately, this phone booth only accepts incoming calls. Would you like to place a call?
Yes, I'd like to talk to...
Unfortunately, this phone booth only accepts incoming calls.
I'm glad Trixie got her old job back. I wonder how she managed it. Hi, Trixie.
Now what can I do you for?
Look, Trixie, I found Emmett. He's in the glass house with Doc, Carl Sagan.
Oh, good. That's nice.
We've got to get him out of there.
Aren't you being a little dramatic? It's an exhibit, not a prison.
So, which exhibits do you recommend?
The most popular attractions are the glass house, the future furnishings, and of course, Enlightenment Under the Sea. You know who that is under the diving helmet? That's Jacques Duteau himself. Of course, you need to get tickets if you want to see the main attractions.
How much are tickets?
Aw, put your money away. Here, you're kind of like family now, you know?
Thanks. Thanks. Here's my ticket. Give me a ride in that thing.
Thank you, monsieur. I hope you will find your trip to the bottom of the sea less delightful. Well?
Heavy.
Monsieur has a way with words.
Nah, once was enough for me. It's some kind of deep-sea diving thingy. Mr. Duteau?
Oui?
See you around.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle. Here, gratification is just always a push of a button away. baskets will be replenished daily by fleets of fruit-bearing helicopters.
It's wax.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Hey!
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Hill Valley Expo, where the future is coming today. This is Techni News of Progress. To whom am I speaking?
It's Kid Tannen. I'm out of jail and I want you back, baby.
I don't know who you are or why you're doing that horrible impersonation of Kid, but that part of my life is over. I've gone legit.
Conversation terminated.
Good for you, Trixie.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Hill Valley Expo, Techni speaking. Who's this?
This is Carl Sagan.
Ooh, the mysterious Mr. Sagan. What do you want?
Can you put Edna Strickland on the phone for me?
Sure thing, Mr. Sagan. Hey, Strickland! Somebody actually wants to talk to you.
Mr. Sagan, I didn't expect to hear from you again till after the expo.
You didn't?
Yes, wasn't that part of our plan?
Yes, our plan. How about that plan? Regarding, you know what?
You know what?
The little matter we were whispering about yesterday.
Oh, that! As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought it up. I was thinking, wouldn't it be a good idea to pin it all on Yakov Smirnov?
Pin what on him exactly?
You know, it! Oh, I get it. You're still sore about going to jail. That was the dogs, and I never would have had to divert suspicion to you.
She's the speakeasy arsonist.
Carl, is somebody with you?
No, it's just you and me. So, I don't mean to pry, but why did you burn down all those speakeasies?
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
I'm a little unclear on the details of our plan.
Unclear? But it's your plan.
I mean, I'm worried that you're a little unclear on the details.
What details? All I'm supposed to do is use my pull with Detective Parker to get Emmett's demonstration canceled while you keep Emmett distracted. You are keeping him distracted, aren't you?
Oh, yes. He's a very distractible young man.
Oh, that's what I keep telling everyone.
There's been a change of plan.
What?
Yes, I've changed my mind. I think we should let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
But you told me it could be dangerous, and that Yakov Smirnov was a foreign agitator, that the only way I could get Emmett back would be to scoop him up after his dreams were shattered, and...
Yes. I said a lot of things, but I was a little crazy at the time. The important thing is, now I think you should let Emmett go ahead with his little demonstration.
Oh, I get it.
What?
It's Comrade Smirnov, isn't it? He's gotten to you.
No! I really want Emmett to go ahead with his demo.
Don't worry, Carl. You can count on me.
Edna, listen to me. You have to let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
Smirnov's listening, isn't he?
Oh, listen.
Listen, Smirnov. I don't know what you're holding over Mr. Sagan, but there's no way I'm ever letting that contraption you've talked my Emmett into building get off the ground.
you saying all those terrible things about Emmett's friend?
Young comrade Smirnov, you were the one who told me about his vile deeds.
I seem to have momentarily lost track of Emmett. Do you have any idea where I might find him?
You lost him? You were supposed to keep him distracted.
Oh, I have been. He's just wandered off.
Well, go look for him. I've got my hands full with Parker.
Well, we should probably get back to the plan.
Yes, we should. Goodbye, Mr. Sagan.
Goodbye. Hang up.
Conversation terminated.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4385.
Brown residence.
Hey, Hampton. How's it hanging? This is Marty, Emmett's friend. Is he there?
Not at the moment. I'm afraid he's off on one of his little adventures.
Thanks. Bye.
Farewell.
Conversation terminated.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
This is Anthony. I'm looking for a friend of mine, Mr. Closeoff.
Clothes off?
Yes, first name Oliver.
Oliver Closeoff? Listen, kid, I didn't just fall off the poutine truck. Who is this really?
Hang up.
Conversation terminated.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
It's me, Carl.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sagan. What can I do for you?
Could you get Emmett for me?
Well, I would, Mr. Sagan, but I can't see the kid nowhere. In fact, the last time I saw him, he was with you.
Oh, yes, right. Hang up.
Conversation terminated.
This plant doesn't belong here. There's nothing futuristic about it.
Greetings again, mortals! This is Techne, Muse of Progress. Hoping you're all having a swell time taking in all the exhibits. Don't forget, you can purchase tickets to our main attractions right here at the information booth.
A fully equipped home entertainment center. So, where's the ColecoVision?
Welcome to the Atlas House of Glass, the future of domestic life.
Okay, Emmett, let's get you out of here. Emmett! Emmett, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm still not sure about this business proposal, Mr. Sagan.
Let me explain it again.
Atlas glass, unbreakable and soundproof.
Soundproof glass. Great.
Our living space can be configured to meet the needs of any family. Need a private study? Simply slide the walls in, or slide them out again to create a spacious banquet hall.
Emmett? Where'd you take him now, Doc? Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a tall, thin, older gentleman. He might have been with a tall, thin, younger gentleman.
I know just who you're talking about. I just left about a minute ago. If you hurry, you might catch them.
Take off your helmet.
I prefer to leave it on. The inland air is difficult on my sinuses.
I know you're in there, Doc.
Doc? Yes, I am a doctor of marine biology, but I fail to understand what you're...
Quit fooling around, Doc. What have you done with
Stop!
Emmett?
Help! I'm being attacked!
Harry! What are you doing? You can't assault the exhibitors!
You don't understand. He's kidnapped Emmett.
The boy's obviously confusing.
I'll say he is.
You want I should toss him out on his ear?
That won't be necessary. Do you know who that is? That's Jacques Duteau of the Oceanic Institute.
No, it's not. It's...
Please, keep it down. The Expo went through a lot of trouble and expense to secure Professor Duteau. We can't afford to antagonize him.
But...
If you've got a complaint against him, we can straighten it out after the show. But if you make another scene like that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have you expelled from the hall.
Professor Duteau, huh?
At your service.
What have you done with the real Professor Duteau?
I'm not sure I like your insinuations.
I'm not sure I like you kidnapping Emmett.
Perhaps I should call the authorities and have you removed from the hall.
You're a cold-blooded guy, Duteau.
C'est la vie.
Where'd you stash Emmett? In a diving bell?
It's called a bathysphere.
Aha! So Emmett is in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Closer look at that bathysphere.
Not without a ticket, I'm afraid, sir.
Hey! Is this guy trying to bum a free ride?
No.
See that you don't. It's good to be on the right side of the law.
Take a ride in a bathysphere. Your bathysphere. I'd like to see the inside of it.
Can't get in without a ticket, I'm afraid.
You're not gonna get away with this, you know.
As they say in my country, que sera, sera.
Flowers of the future. Just like a regular potted plant. Only fake. Here's my ticket. I want to see inside that bathysphere.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? I've got a ticket. You have to honor my ticket.
It's the wrong kind of ticket. Sorry.
Oh, give me a break.
Next up on our roster, a man who saw the possibilities in pond scum. Welcome, Ernest Philpott.
Thanks, Trixie. Technique. I'm truly honored.
You've got to take my ticket and let me into the bathysphere. It's the rules.
Like the lady said, I labor in the field of pond scum. Algae, ladies and gentlemen, is a mysterious and little-known.
I ought to just go raise the bathysphere myself.
I don't think so.
Experimentation.
Punk giving you trouble, Mr. Duteau?
Secrets of this noble vegetable, and I am here to present my discoveries to a disbelieving. Algae cakes, ladies and gentlemen, is the next wave in the agricultural revolution of the 20th century. Algae is just loaded.
This ticket should get me into any exhibit on the floor, right?
Sure, that's a P ticket.
Well, the guy at the aquarium is refusing to honor it.
There must be some mistake. Come on, let's straighten this out. Professor Duteau, this young man claims you refused to take his ticket.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to take this ticket. Please, try to laugh, and I will raise the
delightful fresh flavor. I invite each and every one of you to come by my booth. That's booth A113 here in the main hall and sample an algae cake on the house.
What is the matter? The gears, they must have become stuck. I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
What a shame.
Yes, it is. Well, I will work on the problem. Perhaps you should come back later.
Thank you, Ernest. Do be sure to drop by his booth and sample an algae cake. I have, and it was very interesting. I will be back later to highlight another of our fine exhibitors. See you soon.
Come down, please. The bathysphere. Step back! You're tripping the hose.
What does it matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
It's very bad form.
Oh, sorry.
It's an old nautical superstition. A crimped horse means it will do.
Hey! I'm just gonna keep holding this air tube closed until you raise the bathysphere.
I wish you would.
Why not? There's nobody in the bathysphere, right? You ready to drop the act now, Jacques Cousteau, a.k.a. Carl Sagan, a.k.a.
No!
Emmett gets no air until you raise the sphere.
Emmett? Who?
Emmett, you. You know what happens when the air runs out, to both of you.
Step off! Shoot! That's better. Mercy. Step back! You're tripping the hose!
What does it matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
It's very bad form.
Oh, sorry.
Step off the hole!
Nah.
Step off the holes!
Raise the bathysphere, Doc.
I command you uncrimp that hose!
Funny, you'd think it was you who was running out of air, not the guy in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's as if you two were connected somehow.
Step off!
I don't think so. He's running out of air, Doc, and you're running out of time. Let him out.
I won't do it!
Hey! I'm just gonna keep holding this air tube closed until you raise the bathysphere.
I wish you would.
Why not? There's nobody in the bathysphere, right? You know what happens when the air runs out, to both of you. He's running out of air, Doc, and you're running out of time. Let him out.
I won't do it! So the laws, the years, that they have become unstuck.
There, see? It was just a malfunction after all.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett Brown? Then it was true. Hey, you.
Hey, he just took that guy's wallet. I think he took his wallet.
Oh, remind me not to become an oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in there.
Well, we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
Oh, I know how that is. What's this?
Oh, yeah. Edna made Detective Parker shut down your booth. He says he can't go against her.
Oh, yeah?
Unless we dig up some dirt that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. So that's what we'll do.
The next exhibitor on our list is Officer Danny Parker of the Hill Valley Police Force. Officer Parker is going to demonstrate a few of the many marvelous tools that our boys in blue will soon have at their disposal. The criminal element has truly met his match today. Officer Parker? It seems our next exhibitor is unavoidably detained, but I'm sure his presentation would have been both enlightening and exciting. How about a round of applause just for the heck of it?
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle. Here, gratification is just always a push of a button away. In the mood for fun, the House of the Future comes equipped with a modern home entertainment center.
Chinese checkers and everything.
In the House of the Future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
It's me, Carl.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sagan. What can I do for you?
Could you get Emmett for me?
Sure thing, Mr. Sagan. Emmett told me to tell you he started over, and he thanks you for your job offer and all, but, he'd rather stay in Hill Valley and do his own thing.
Conversation terminated.
Good for you, Emmett.
Oh.
Hey, Emmett, mind if I talk to your ex for a minute?
Could you? The detective and I need to have a rational conversation about my invention.
Are you implying that I'm irrational?
Come on, Edna. I know your deep, dark secret. Come on, Edna, confess. You're the speakeasy arsonist.
I refuse to even dignify that accusation with a response. Huh.
Any chance you could talk Parker into letting Emmett go ahead with his demonstration?
None whatsoever. And as long as I'm here, that contraption of yours is grounded.
I haven't got time for this.
That's funny. Soon Emmett and I will have all the time in the world.
I'm sure she's got a secret, but how can I get it out of her? A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
It's a bug.
No, a plant. But it's got a wire recorder hidden inside, see? If we could have got one of these into Tannen's speakeasy, and if he's the kind of guy who talks to plants, we could have busted him a lot earlier.
Are you ready for a picture radio? Wonder if that's anything like MTV. Hey, Trixie.
Ooh, a chrysanthemum. Ooh, a chrysanthemum.
Attention! Special! Get away from me!
What beautiful flowers. They remind me of the ones she was holding last night.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. What beautiful flowers. They remind me of the ones she was holding last night.
Hey, Trixie.
Ooh, a chrysantheminium.
Oh, hello, Smirnoff.
The electro pacifier.
Amazing, isn't it? They say one day we'll be able to stun fleeing criminals by shocking them at a distance.
Does it work?
Nah, it's just a model.
The amazing inebriomatic.
Well, from what the boys in the lab tell me, someday we'll be able to tell whether people have been drinking just by breathing into a machine like this. Try it out.
I don't think so. I probably shouldn't play this back for Parker until I have something juicy about Edna on it. I probably shouldn't whip this out so close to Parker. Besides, I don't need a recording of Emmett. Recording Edna on the plan is a great idea, but I probably should be a little more subtle about it.
Now, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Oh, yes.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle. Mere gratification is just always.
Maybe not. Not sure what that...
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
It's me, Carl.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sagan. What can I do for you?
Can you get Edna on the phone for me again?
You got it, Mr. Sagan. Hey, Your Highness!
Mr. Sagan? What happened? I thought you were distracting Emmett.
Was? Oh, yes, of course I was.
Then why is Emmett standing here, valiantly trying to convince Detective Parker that he should be allowed to go through with this ever so dangerous display of wrong-headed technology?
What can I say? I was outsmarted by that wily Yakov Smirnoff.
Well, that puts a crimp in our plan.
Yes, our plan. About that plan. So, I don't mean to pry, but why did you burn down all those speakeasies?
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Edna, listen to me. You have to let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
Smirnoff's listening, isn't he?
Oh, listen.
Listen, Smirnoff. I don't know what you're holding over Mr. Sagan, but there's no way I'm ever letting that contraption you've talked my Emmett into building get off the ground.
Oh, look at the time. I should go.
But...
Hang up.
Conversation terminated.
Okay, call me a snoop.
Welcome to the world of a man's home is truly his castle. Here, gratification is just always a push of a button away.
What's up?
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the person's phone call.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial.
Where is he?
Hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
It's all good.
It's me, Carl.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sagan. What can I do for you? Never mind. I'll go get Strickland.
Nice.
Mr. Sagan, you really have to stop calling me like this. I've got to keep all of my attention on Detective Parker.
Yes, yes, of course. I've just got a couple more questions. You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them. Every night they'd open up their doors serving illegal drinks and loose women, flaunting their depravity to the world, and the authorities did nothing. So I did what any right-thinking, rock-willed woman would do. I took action. Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames. Where was I?
You were explaining why you burned down the speakeasies.
Yes. Did you find my answer to your liking?
It was very revealing. Hang up.
What?
Conversation terminated.
Jeez, Edna was always a loon. I hope that confession's good enough for Parker.
I was like, talk with you in a sec. I just gotta see what this goof wants. I'm pretty sure he's calling me for something. Yeah?
Hiya, folks. It's me, Teddy, News of Progress, gracing you once again with my presence. And speaking of presents, what better gift could Hill Valley offer the world than this
Oven on, probably? Heater?
and technology exhibit? Hey, folks, if you haven't done so already, I urge each and every one
Everything's closed in my room.
furnishings of the future, right here in our main hall. Tickets are available for
It's closed.
at our
This room is open, but the light's on. Fucking goof. So have you goofs been up to? Nice. Oh, buddy.
No, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
I think a lot of people are going to be interested in that answer.
Oh.
Oh.
Excuse me.
I'm almost done. I'm just about to fucking be a goof.
I just want to talk to Detective Parker. You know how you said you defy Edna?
Got some
if I
dirt?
Dig up some dirt on her?
Yeah? Got some?
Edna's the speakeasy arsonist.
That's an interesting theory.
It's the truth. I heard her confess.
Well, I didn't hear it, so I'm afraid it's your word against hers. And no offense, but her word carries a little more weight around here than yours does.
Oh, so I guess, okay. I see.
Thanks. I'll be back.
Well, did you put the screws to him? Did he confess?
Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames.
Oh, hello, Smirnoff.
Hey, Danny.
Do you mind, comrade? I'm busy trying to keep Emmett from letting you lead him into the biggest mistake of his life.
Mistake? My biggest mistake was...
This'll only take a minute.
Our plant recorder. It's not a good idea to steal police property, you know.
Listen.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Edna, you're the arsonist?
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the Speakeasy fires.
Emmett?
You're on your own, darling.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
You know, one of these days I should really stop falling for that.
Not to sound callous, but does this mean I can demonstrate my invention?
Let's take that as a yes.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techme, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once
Oh,
again
buddy, I just
to highlight one of
fucking
the
narked that
great
bitch.
minds who
Yeah,
is hard
time to
at
deck her
work
up.
building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
No, I just narked this bitch out to a cop.
I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
On Back to the Future.
Right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up
I
there.
set up a fucking bug in a phone, recorded her saying she burned down a bar, and then told the cop.
Who knows? One of this kid's gizmos just might take off and change the life of everybody in town. Be the very thing he's brought to share with us today. It wouldn't be the first time the world was changed.
We got two of them.
That ought to do it. Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings. Raised position. Check.
Huh.
Then it looks like all systems are go. Wish me luck.
Don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown.
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Lathrop Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father. Where is he? Hand him over this instant! Emmett, are you up there?
Emmett!
Not sure what that... Not sure what that...
You don't think you can shelter him?
What a goof.
Maybe Emmett would come out from wherever it is he's hiding if you tried the reasonable approach.
This is the reasonable approach.
Don't antagonize him.
Well, if you're not gonna say anything...
So he is up there with you.
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second. You dare to disobey a direct order?
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
So, what's your plan?
I just stand here like this indefinitely. After a few centuries, the process of petrification will set in, and that'll be that.
Okay, that is a plan.
Bite the bullet, nerd. That's what I'm gonna say.
Deal with it. What have you got to lose?
Okay, I'm taking a rip.
That's what they said to Custer.
Maybe he'll give you a fair chance to explain
Go.
yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A judge who's already passed sentence. He doesn't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
Fuck, man. Just call your dad a goof. Be over with it.
I want to speak to my son.
Emmett's not ready to talk to you directly.
I know, right?
I suppose you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so.
What is?
Yeah. Can't talk him out of it. His mind is made up.
So,
If talking won't work, there's always threshing.
If I can say so, sir, the problem is you're coming on too strong. You intimidate him.
I don't intimidate him enough. That's the problem.
He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I'll listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere.
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well...
At least give it a shot.
Father?
Let me know when you're gonna take a
You've
toke.
never understood the first thing about me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts. You don't know what it's like to be young. You don't know what it's like to have dreams, have ambitions so great and so powerful that they've got a life of their own. And it's all you can do to hang on for dear life while they gallop on where they must. This is America, Pop. And in America, a person doesn't have to do what his father did. Isn't that why you came to America? To live where there wouldn't be so many rules? Well, we talked. Are you happy?
Please, you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks' time.
That's what
So-
I'm afraid of.
I never had a blueprint. The one fishing rod should still be inside of the pirate ship, which I logged out on, and the other one's inside of my fucking Ragnar. Ragnar stash. Field medic knows what I'm talking about.
Willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay.
Good luck finding the pirate ship. I don't even know where it is.
Those traits are kinda good.
That may be your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right one. Make no mistake.
I thought you put it back
those
in the
are
ship. If
traits
you
that
didn't,
lead
then I
to
don't know.
trouble. He gets them from his mother.
Look, Your Honor, you don't
I'm pretty
see
sure
it,
we
but
still got
there's
one
an
in the ship
awful lot
where I
riding
am,
on Emmett's
and then the other
demonstration.
one's in the Ragnar
All the
stash.
more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son pretty well by now. Do you seriously think his exhibition is going to be a success?
Sure. Sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Maybe, and maybe not, but even if it does... I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
A one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving
Why don't
to
you
a
just use the
strange
grinder?
country where you don't speak the language. There's only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me. And I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa? He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never really understood the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
There we go.
Emmett, care to play peacemaker again, Pollyanna?
Deep down, he's just worried about you hurting yourself.
No amount of physical pain could equal the pain he's already inflicted to my spirit.
I really think this time.
The only thing I didn't break was the fabricator and the grinder, because I know you guys will probably need those. Good up. If you ever broke that grinder too, you would get like fucking 1,500 metal back, 1,000 crystal back, 500 cementing base, fucking 400 polymer. Probably not on that server, no.
He says you get your stubbornness from your mother.
Well, that's the limit. He's not satisfied with insulting me. He's got to drag my mother through the dirt, too. Mother isn't at all like me. She's gentle and sweet and endlessly patient. If anything, I'm more like... Oh, skip it.
You were starting to say that you're like...
Skip it.
It'd be that you and your...
No, next subject.
Emmett, stop being a dope. You've got your pride, okay? I
That
get
throat
it.
clear.
And so does he, but what's the harm in trying to make peace with the guy? He's your family, and family's important. Sometimes it's, well, even more important than we realize.
May I come up?
So, you think my new invention is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
You're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator. The future is coming today.
Interesting.
Change. Things could be different.
Get it back. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc.
Go away!
Oh my God, Doc! Say something.
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium.
I'll get help.
Newspaper.
What? You mean... I'm gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. I think I am going to be okay.
You just got run over by a car. You're not gonna be okay.
Doc,
Dang
don't
it.
do this. Don't go.
Leech blood.
Ah, come back. Doc?
Yeah.
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
No.
Is it over already?
Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. If I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. What was I thinking? Naturally, the ionic wind generated by an electromagnet that size is play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force. One might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it!
So, what comes next?
Work, work, and more work. A few more stumbles, followed by a breakthrough or two. The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and... I'm sorry, is something wrong?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost somebody.
Oh, how sad. Anyone I know?
No, nobody here knew him. He was a complete stranger to this world.
I know the feeling. Sounds like a man after my own heart. And it is someone I know.
Yeah, no, forget it. It's got nothing to do with you. What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here, there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask
What's this? Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me. What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me. Don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Huh?
Just promise.
Emmett, where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise. Wait, I will see you again, right?
Guarantee it.
Probably just wants to give you shit because he's mad at me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care either.
It worked.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long. You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
trying to stop you from marrying Edna.
Edna Strickland? I could never marry her. I mean, she was my first love, but after she broke my heart and tried to sabotage my career, I never saw her again. Never mind, it's better I don't know. Let's just get back to 1986. That is, unless your presence has caused any other time anomalies.
Me? Nah, no. Well, I'm still a little confused about mine.
Where is he? Where's that no-good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name. You see my Artie anywhere?
Artie McFly?
That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad-blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched to a Canadian floozy. Can you believe it?
Hitched?
Married. I swear, that boy's gonna put his pop on the roof.
So that's how she got her job back. Ah, he's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not May. Wait, that was Great-Grandpa Willie. I met him when he was a baby. He peed on me. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again.
Calm down, Marty. You seem reasonably solid right now. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can undo it with the help of...
Car!
Oh, great.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
You? You're not Edna. What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well...
Wait, Edna Strickland just...
That's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott! Marty, do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
None at all, Doc. See, that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future. The far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Uh-oh. Doc? Did we just leave Hill Valley?
No, I believe Hill Valley just left us.
How?
Something must have happened to it. A long time ago.
Well, now, you two looking mighty lost. Hey, what on earth is that thing?
It's an experimental vehicle. Pay it no mind.
Look, maybe you can help us. Did your son just marry a Canadian saloon singer named Trixie?
Artie? Pshaw, that boy ain't got nerve to ask a girl to the church social. You acquainted with him?
Only slightly.
We're just passing through. We hope.
Tell us. We're looking for Hill Valley.
Well, which is it, a hill or a
You got a
valley?
toke back?
No, it's a town. It's a town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town
Okay.
here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Just as I suspected.
When did Hill Valley go away?
Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then whatever it was must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm in this area years ago, but he got run off by Scary Mary.
Scary Mary?
Well, that's what we all call her. Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away. Say, if there's anybody who can tell you what happened to Hill Valley, it's her.
Can you direct us to her?
It's imperative that we talk to her.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm pretty sure she won't talk to you.
I think she'll talk to me. I'm pretty good with women.
The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt.
What
But
a
she's also
goof.
a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
We'll be very polite. Please, you gotta see her.
Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the bridge, then follow the wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you. I got a notion I'll be kicking myself for sending you up there.
Can I drive?
Mary Pickford.
Doc, it's a...
Shh.
Not sure what that... Not sure what that... Look!
Shh.
Look!
Shh.
What do you see?
This vehicle has sustained some serious damage.
Way to stay focused, Doc. Look!
Shh.
Not sure what that... Mary Pickford. Look!
Shh.
Look!
Shh.
Look!
Shh.
Step away from the cabin!
Pardon us for intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, that was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle it. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
Look!
Shh.
Hey, Miss Strick...
Who are you?
Harry Callahan.
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
You interviewed me once, back when you were young.
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her past she's trying to forget. But we're gonna pry it out of her. Go ahead, knock on the door again.
An old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
We spent the day together.
We did? Where?
At the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
Listen, lady, you've got to tell us where Hill Valley went.
Hill Valley? You're standing in Hill Valley. Population 1.
You know there's supposed to be a town here today, right?
Might be there was a town once long ago, or might be it was in the future. How many times I gotta tell ya I don't talk about any time but today?
Give me one sec. Let's see.
You see that car over there? You stole that from Carl Sagan, and you time jumped into the past.
Me? Steal a car? You got a lot of nerve, Sonny. Everyone in town knows that Mary Pickford's the most law-abiding citizen that Hill Valley's ever had. And I don't give a thing about the past.
Told you. Told you.
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
I brought you him.
Him? Who him? Him who?
Sure, you remember him. Carl Sagan, the guy you framed as a speakeasy arsonist.
Speakeasy? Arson? That's complete gibberish, Sonny. Whatever you're talking about's got nothing to do with me. I never involve myself in such criminal shenanigans. Still, his features remind me of someone.
Look hard. Don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
What a goof.
Can't be. Emmett.
Yes, Edna. It's me.
It is. It's October 13th, 1931. Oh, and you are Emmett. Emmett. How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or... Well, stay there.
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
darling. You've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Sweet stuff.
Sweet stuff.
You've never called me that. Something's wrong here.
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
What a goof.
Sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows
Now I just
that
come
my
back. I'm like, by the way, I
opinion
never quit, you
carries a lot of
fucking
weight in
idiot.
Hill Valley, and he'd never...
No. So I just come back out of nowhere after he gives like Trippy to Thurisno and you're T-Rex. I'm like, ha, idiot. He'd be like fucking screaming like Kendrick Lamar and he finds himself in a hotel room.
The full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
He'd be like, ah! Fucking just.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
I got a trophy for talking to a cactus. That's deep. But that's what happens.
Not sure what that... Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
A blacksmith sign. I wonder if it's from Doc's old shop. I hate to see it like this. Yeah, I can wait. This hat doesn't frame her face very well. Edna's hat. I think her fashion sense has gone by the wayside. It looks like Doc's old sign, but I guess it couldn't be. It's an old saloon sign. Looks like it's been through a few bar fights. Nice fit.
What a goof.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
I'm the only person fucking live streaming this game right now because nobody plays it. I'm looking at some of the trophies that I fucking... of course, I missed some of the goofy ones. to get. Yeah, but the thing is, I could press start and they would see my Bong Kong name inside. And probably... Because, like, if you press start, all the player names will show up on the right side of the screen. They'd be able to see that I'm in there and be like, what's Bong Kong doing back here? I'm gonna do that just to play the dumb game. Yeah, you don't get trophies, but the thing is, you'd have to buy PS Plus to play it, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, like a goof. What a goof. Nice.
Not sure what that... Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
I'd punch him. And then what? They smoked your pubes, or? I don't know. If I did.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Still playing Back to the Goof. Mm-hmm.
Here's something that'll make you remember.
Remember what? I don't like to remember. Who are you? What are you doing in my yard, you hooligan?
No, Edna. No yard.
What?
This is Emmett speaking. It's October 13th, 1931.
Yes.
But something's about to happen.
Oh yes, something big. But what?
Better not talk to her directly. It'll break the spell.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off! Crystal! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Oh! He's after me! Ha! He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes!
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, how can I be expecting something unexpected? Oh, what's going on?
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
Can't you move a little faster, Danny?
He'll never catch me in this car. It's about to do something unbelievable.
Can't you move a little faster, Danny?
He'll never catch me in this car. It's about to do something unbelievable.
I don't suppose the flux capacitor still works.
I build my parts sturdy, but not that sturdy. Where?
Back! Back! To the past!
What do you see?
Hill Valley! But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather!
Greasy.
Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by the...
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
Better find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Looks like a Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more, shaggy. Oh, Grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why. They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could.
That was the fattest sip of chocolate milk in my fucking life, dude.
But who's this?
And I'm about to kill myself because of it.
Big, loud swaggering up the street. Lips curled in an insolent sneer.
Fucking
He's
goof.
a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look, acting like a big shot. Throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
She's got a point, Marshal. You could have run Tannen out of town and saved us all a lot of trouble. Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? He can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
Hey, she's your granddaughter. You do something. Hey, she's your granddaughter. You do something. It's a... an old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt. I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Yeah, just scrape off your fucking head. Fucking. Now that ECU gave you a Therizinosaur and a T-Rex, call him a fucking goof. I'm kidding. Now you have to be like, hey, I actually saw like a fucking level 150 gig in it.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle it. Just remember, we need to know what...
Had him looking for a good few hours.
When it happened.
It was like at least a good hour, and then after I left, he said it was like another half hour. Time to knock myself out.
Hey, Miss Strick.
Who are you?
Yakov Smirnov?
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
Well, we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, either. I don't talk about any day but today.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her
Did
past
420 get mad at you guys because I left them off of it?
Go ahead, knock on the door again.
Alright, that's kind of good. But why was he messaging you about it? I even messaged him. I'm just like, message me if you got something to say. Fucking.
What? It's me again.
Such a pussy, like, messages you complaining about it. It's like, say it to me, you fucking goof. I'm gonna wipe him from the server. Fucking nerd alert.
We spent the day together.
We did? Where?
At the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date.
What a goof.
Well, what are you here for?
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
You've got a nice cactus here.
Quit beating around the bush.
I brought you him. Oh, him ho. Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
I'll call you a disgrace at Trailer Park Boys.
He's all grown up.
Tell you to go fuck yourself.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Just for adding in a 2-bit comment.
Just go with it.
Can't be. Emmett.
Yes,
Whenever I was on lip off mode earlier and it beaked him off like a goof. You're beaking him off too, Field. It was so deep.
October 13th, 1931.
Snack Ripper, fucking stab you.
How did I get turned around? Have I been dreaming? Well, stay there.
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scene.
I thought this episode was over, but I guess it just began. It's like, holy fuck, it's gonna be a long one. I guess since it's the last one, though.
Darling, you've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
One more sip and that's a fucking crime.
What?
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
Zapper Brannigan.
I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies?
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Oh, he's after me! He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes.
Yes?
Here one comes.
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, how can I be expecting something unexpected? Oh, what's going on?
Marty, we've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
Can't you move a little faster, Danny?
He'll never catch me in this car. It's about to do something unbelievable. Here they come! The lights! I'm being transported!
Where?
Back!
Don't you have blaster?
Back! To the past!
What do you see?
Hill Valley! But it's all
What happened to the other one that died?
It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Dustin?
Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by...
I know, Doc.
He probably transferred it over to his Scorched Earth server.
I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter!
Oh.
I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I?
Yeah, I messaged Dustin and I told him that I left the fucking server and I'm gonna start up on the island or Scorched. And he said he's down to play Scorched. Yeah, I told him, I said Trippy's setting up in Scorched.
Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more shaggy.
This hat doesn't frame her face very well. Edna's hat. I think her fashion sense has gone by the wayside. The top of a mop. I could flop it on a cop. I could swap it for a top. I think I'll stop. Looks like a Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more shaggy. It looks a bit like grandfather now, but he would never have walked around bareheaded.
Looks like a Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more shaggy.
Not bad.
Oh, grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic,
What a
to be
goof.
sure. But all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century. And I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big, loud swaggering up the street. Lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look at him, acting like a big shot. Throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
She's got a point, Marshall. You could have run Tannen out of town and saved us all a lot of trouble. A blacksmith sign. I wonder if it's from Doc's old shop. Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley?
You know what, Chirpy will grab your fucking Quetzal by the beak and fucking squeeze it so it'll be like just fucking scream and it'll snap it in half.
Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just
Fucking
have to take the
Quetzal
law
will be
into my
dead.
own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
No, fucking RKO field medic into a fucking puddle of leeches.
Hey, she's your granddaughter. You do something.
There we go.
Were you expecting anything, in particular?
I wasn't expecting you.
Help me figure something out.
Yes?
I still can't believe my grandpa married Trixie. What are we gonna do about that?
It's a dire situation, but I'm afraid I'll have to take a back seat to unravel this unspeakable catastrophe.
I think we can all guess.
Don't guess. Demonstrate.
I'll figure something out.
I'm sure you will.
Not sure what that... Not sure what that... I wonder what's cooking.
No, you're doing it all wrong. It'll never burn like that. First, we'll need some kerosene. Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch. Isn't it beautiful? The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn!
She was never this passionate when we were dating.
Oh.
What is it, Edna? Is it the fire?
Turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading to the other buildings in Hill Valley.
My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this, and you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit when you're
A hooligan. I'm a hooligan.
Because you're a goof.
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Hill Valley destroyed by fire started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story, am I, Mr. Sagan? You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines and a Hazy going down. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right. Much obliged.
What a goof.
There's Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next hour, Edna's going to light it on fire and accidentally burn down Hill Valley.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
Alright, Goose. Well, I'll talk to you guys probably like tomorrow because I'm gonna go to bed.
I'd better not get too close. I'd better not get too close.
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop! You shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop! If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us.
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
I don't see a way out, unless somebody manages to disarm both of you at the same time.
How the hell am I supposed to do that? Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for putting out torches. It's too heavy to lift. I wonder what's in these. Oh, stop! Quiet! God.
What the hell? Oh, cow crap! There goes all my pickled pig's feet!
What kind of art?
Why are you so hellfire?
Going down.
Looks like your torch is getting a little dim there, Miss Pickford.
It's still hot enough to bring down this little bit of Gomorrah, Tannen.
All right, physics.
Are you here to haul me back to 1931 for my...
What was that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear a noise.
Dolores Miskin? was lucky.
Won't be long now.
We'll just see.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me.
Come on.
Got any last words?
I'll see you in hell, Tannen.
You first, lady.
Come on, you son of a...
Who the hell are you?
I'm the diversion, butthead. Nice one, Doc.
Don't tell Clara. She thinks fisticuffs set a bad example for the boys. Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone. Edna's DeLorean.
Someone pushed into